Miller, Nilsson, and Lexi Tao. For Haines starting is Elliott, Swanner, LePerry, Annabelle, and Mary Bell in a bizarre incident. She started the whole season. Sophia Hedden somehow turned an ankle during warm-ups, so she is unavailable for the Glacier Bears, and that's just another injury in a long line of injuries. And we are underway in the Haines High Gym. Friday night basketball, Region 5 2A action. Petersburg will go to work around the arc, and that was Tao trying to drive in baseline. Got a block call, charge to 25. That's Emma LePerry. So short bench for the Bears. They're going to have to manage some subs. They have three subs now off the bench, so short roster for them. They're in for the long haul. Drive, baseline shot up, no good. Weak side rebound comes to LePerry, and she gets to Elliott. She'll bring it across. Looking for space, she gets down into the lane. Shot up, no. That was rebounded by Bertignoli, and she gets it over to Miller, who takes it across. Left side, Nilsson drives, stopped by LePerry, kick out to Tao. Ball reversal goes to Miller, and that's Bertignoli, kind of an awkward left-handed scoop shot, finds nothing, and it will be Bears coming back. No pressure from the Vikings. Haines kind of looking around, waiting for it, ready for it, but it is not there. So the blue shirts set up camp in the half court, and that is turned over as Riley Swanner brought it across the timeline. So it will be Petersburg coming back. I'm not sure what happened to Hedden during warm-ups, but as I was chatting pregame, saw her being carried over to the bench, and it looked like an ankle, just some sort of awkward turn. So she is going to cheer on her teammates from the bench. High post, Bertignoli drives through traffic, shot up, no good. Weak side rebound is gathered by Wolf. Got it to Miller. CeCe Elliott says no. She's going to take it herself down the right side. Pass down low. Bell shot up, no good. That was Annabelle. Good look for her. And it was tipped out of bounds by the blue jerseys. Bears will inbound. There it comes to Elliott, too. Nice looking inbounds play by the Bears. The basket is good by Elliott, and she will be shooting one, and that is Bertignoli on the foul. One free throw coming for Elliott. It is good. She completes the three-point play the hard way, and Haines gets an early lead. We've got a medical timeout for Bertignoli. Got a scratch on the forearm, so they're going to look at that. She's wrapped up, ready to go just like that. Coach Matt Powick knew just what to do, and play resumes. No pressure in the backcourt by the Bears, so Miller will bring it in. Over to Tao, right side Nilsson, looking down on the post, stolen away by Swanner, and she's going to take it herself across. Pass to Bell, sails away, and here come the Vikings. Had a good look for Mary Bell, just kind of pushed the pass on the run. Inertia took over that pass. And so here we go back the other way. Miller on the baseline, kick out to Nilsson. Tao drives left side, white shirts waiting for her. Typical 2-3 zone by the Bears. Have both Bell sisters on top. Long shot, no good. Weak side rebound, knocked around and gathered. Shot up, no good. Another block for Elliott. Mary Bell tracks it down, gets it to Anna. Briley Swanner brings it in. Elliott active defensively as she usually is. There's LePerry, gets it to Bell. Swanner looking for her shot. Drives left side, gets by Nilsson, but there is Bertignoli waiting for her. 15-footer. Bell is short, And the ball comes to Nilsson. Grabs it out of traffic. Miller now, arc pass. Tau swung over to Nilsson. Tau, Miller found some space on the baseline, picked up her dribble, did a good job not traveling on that. And the Vikings go to work again. Double teamed is Nilsson. Can't get it out. Battle for it. And we have a call. It was out of bounds on Petersburg. So the Bears will have the basketball side out right in front of the scorer's table. No subs for either team yet. Swanner picks up a dribble. Needs help from a teammate. 5 count is going, and that is the 5 count. No Bears really came to the ball to bail out their teammates, so dead ball, 5-second count. It will be Petersburg coming back. Miller over to Tau. High post Bertignoli puts it on the floor, gets it right back to Tau. Shot up, no. Weak side rebound. Wolf can't get it. Blocked again and taken away. Jump ball. That was Swanner getting her hands on that one. Wolf had it on the block, but nowhere to go. So Swanner alertly tied her up, and it looks like it will be Bears basketball coming out of the timeout. Trying to find out if it's a 30 or a full. It's a 30. So I can probably figure out what Coach Abby Funk is telling her team. It's if somebody picks up their dribble and is asking for help, you've got to cut to the basketball and bail them out, because that time Swanner got stuck and no one came to the rescue. So that is what they're talking about in the huddle. And it looks like checking in for the Bears will be Allie Lloyd, number 11. Kind of a recent add to their team. Joined the team a couple weeks ago. Got her 10 practices in, so she is suited up for the Bears, and they need everybody they can get with only 8 players available for this one. Here come the Bears. Full court pressure is on for the Vikings, and it's quickly turned over, stolen, scores. That's 2 for Lexi Tau, and they are on the board. And I know the Bears have been working on breaking pressure, and there's another turnover. So they will calm themselves down and operate in the full court press breaker. See how that goes for them. And it will be Vikings basketball. Around the arc, Briley got her hand on it, and she's saying it was off blue. But back goes the Vikings in the half court. Left side Nilsson. Miller drives, kicks. Now Tau on the baseline, finds some daylight, and she found a lot of daylight as she went to the weak side of the hoop. No one really adjusted to that one, and here come the Bears. There's Elliott, brings it across, gets it to Bell. Long pass to Emma, right back to Elliott, shot up, no good. Good look for the Bears. And what do we have here? We've got a foul on LaPerry, her second, so she has to watch those. That was just a kind of a reach-in foul after that rebound. So with 2, she stays in the game, and she's got to watch things now. Right side, Nilsson. Miller has a left side now. She's going to drive in. She is stopped. Nice baseline drive by Tau. There is Wolf. Kick out to Nilsson. Learning the names as we go here. Some familiar faces and some new for the Vikings. Trying to find Wolf down low. Once again, Tau found daylight underneath. Kick out to Nilsson is no good. And Briley secures the rebound. She will take it across. Down the left side. Miller matches her. LaPerry gets it down to Elliott. Drive, shot up, no good, but there's a foul on the shot, so she will be shooting 2. Nice aggressive take by the sophomore Elliott. And that is going to be on 1-4, so that is on Aurora Wolf. Second foul for Petersburg in this quarter. First free throw rattles around and out. New player for the Vikings is Cadence Flint, sophomore. Second free throw for Elliott is up and no good again. And Bertignoli rips it out of there. Flint quickly into the front court. There's Tao. She got a hip check as she put it on the floor. And that will be number 1 on Briley Swanner. Checking in for the Bears is the lone senior on the roster, Neva Brownell. Big weekend for her. The final home games of the year for the Bears. 3 straight home series for them, so it's been nice for them to have full weeks of practice, kind of settle in and get off the road for a while. And there's a foul by Elliott as Bertignoli took it to the hoop. She will be shooting 2. Foul is not on Elliott, excuse me, that is on Neva Brownell on the body. 2 coming. So the first series that these 2 teams played, Haines was on a long road trip where they went to Craig, stopped in Ketchikan for a JV game, and then finished out a long trip in Petersburg. And they got stuck actually on their way back. So a 10-day trip turned into a 12-day trip. And they have been home ever since, so I'm sure the home team is settled in and feeling pretty good about things right now. Shot is no good by Bertignoli, and she tied up Swanner on the rebound. Petersburg basketball underneath. Petersburg leads 4-3, 2:06 left in the first. Cutting action, Bertignoli goes up, no good. Elliott had it, lost it. Now Wolf comes away with it. Tao, left side runner, no good again. Ball was knocked around in traffic, and it was knocked out by the Bears. So once again, Vikings will go to work. Tao has it looking down low. There's Wolf, kick out. Miller, shot up, no good. Weak side rebound, Bertignoli. That is up and also no good. There's Wolf. So rebounding problems for the Bears. Here's Elliott now. Down the right side, gets it to Bell. Pivots. She's going to take a couple dribbles herself, right back to Elliott. It's knocked out of there by Tao. She's going to take it down the left side. 6-3, Vikings with the lead. Tao off her knee, but she gathers and recovers. There's Flint now. She's knocked down by Swanner. So 2 players with 2 fouls each for the Bears, Swanner and LePerry. And that is going to be a shooting foul after all. So it will be Cadence Flint going to the line. First free throw is no good. And I'm pretty sure Cadence Flint's dad, Casey, is over in Asia right now. So Casey, if you're tuning in, and hopefully you are, it's probably some weird time over there. Thanks for tuning in, and we're all systems go here in Haines, Alaska. Here comes Haines. There's Swanner. She's going to dribble down the left side. She's fouled on her way across. That is Bertignoli, her second foul. 6-3, 1:10 left in the first. Vikings with the lead. And substitution, Vikings, is Zia Hulbeck. She's going to check in for Bertignoli with those 2 fouls. And the Bears will go to work. Elliott brings it across, met by Miller, gets it over to Bell. Elliott beyond the arc now, swing pass to Swanner, batted away by Petersburg. So Swanner alertly let it go out of bounds. We've got the Bells on top, Neva Brownell and Elliott joining her. Mary Bell now, harassed, dribbles in, tried to get it to Swanner, thrown away. There's Flynn, who just fell down seemingly on her own. I didn't see any contact there. There's Bell, who gets it to Annabelle, and here's Swanner now. She is met by 2 blue shirts. Tries to get it out. It is knocked away and stolen. Miller has it. 1-on-2. Shot up off the glass. Too long. Miller gets it back. Shot up. No good. And Brownell is able to scoop that loose ball off the floor. Bears get a rebound. 21 seconds now. Swanner, runner, short, front rim. Tao now brings it across. 14-13. Time running out. She picks up her dribble. Kick out. Long 2 by Hulbeck is no good. There's Miller now. 4-3-2. Flint right side. Gets a bounce pass into Wolf and nothing doing. But we have a foul. I'm not sure if the foul was before time ran out. This is a little confusing right now, but I think they're going to call a foul before the buzzer, and that's going to be Elliott getting whistled, and 2 free throws at the end of the quarter are coming up for Aurora Wolf. First free throw for her is no good. So we're 6-3 with time expired in the first. After this next free throw, we're going to send it back for a little break between the quarters. Wolf gets the second of 2. Your first quarter score, Vikings 7, Glacier Bears 3. We're going to send it back for a minute. Welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium. Brian Elliott here with the NFHS Network. Scoring issues for the Bears continue. They need to get Briley Swanner going. She has been their leading scorer in the last few games, and not a lot of open looks for her. I'm sure that's been an emphasis by the Petersburg Vikings. So as soon as we can figure out personnel for the Bears, it looks like Lloyd started out on the floor, but she's got to do some jewelry prevention measures. You know how that is. Cover everything up, all that good stuff. So we'll go about it. Second quarter is underway. Mary Bell gets it to LaPerry. There's Neva Brownell on the baseline. Looking for somewhere to go. She's double teamed, picked up her dribble, gets it, tried to get it to LaPerry, stolen away Tao. She's on the run, left side. Thought about the hoop, but fumbled her dribble. Gets it over to Flint now. Nice aggressive drive down the right side. 2. Cadence Flint on the runner. Here come the Bears now. Nowhere to go with the ball. There's Emma now to bail out Elliott, who is inbounding. Elliott has it. Pass to Bell is over the top. Here comes Zero Anderson into the front court. Ball knocked away. There's Mary Bell. Gets it to Elliott. Now she's down the middle. She's going to drive all the way in. Shot up. No good. A lot of contact there, but nothing doing. The blue shirts were waiting, and they will go to work in the half court. Flint, Miller, right side, pullback. There's Flint with the baseline. Can't get it. Tracked down by Annabelle, and she's fouled on the gather. That will be Hulbeck, her first and the team's first of the second quarter. 9-3 Vikings lead. Here's Haines now on the inbounds. Full court pressure stays. 2-2-1, kind of standard stuff in high school basketball. Elliott throws it away. There is Anderson now into the front court. She's going to fake a shot. I thought for sure she was going up for that one, but held back, and Coach Powick saying, why can't we shoot that ball? There's a baseline up, no good. Brownell grabs it. She's going to take it herself. down the right side. Crossover dribble, she's into the front court. Good job by Brownell. There's Emma LePerry, travels. Kind of caught it on a lean and took an extra step, and Coach Abby Funk will take another 30 for the Bears. So Hedden has typically been a primary ball handler for the Bears, so without her on the floor, we have some new roles for some of these players. And so, very young team, they are learning on the go. Jim is filling in as we go through this one. Stay tuned. Once again, we've got the boys following this game. Tip-off scheduled for 7:30. Great night of basketball here. We had a young players scrimmage before the JV game, so this is actually the 4th game in this gym tonight. It was third through 5th graders squaring off. A little scrimmage right after school, so when you only have one big floor, it is usually occupied most of the time outside of school hours, and tonight is no exception. Here come the Vikings now in the half court. Skip pass. Flint down low. That's Tao. Shot up good. Lexi Tao, nice aggressive drive to the hoop on the left side. Finds daylight and gets her 6th point of the game. Here's Bell now trying to dribble across. She is double teamed in the backcourt. Almost travels, doesn't. LePerry, Annabelle, tried to get it to Neva, threw it away. Here we come down the left side. That is Tao now. Surveying the field, the white jerseys hustle back, and the Vikings will operate in the half. Flint, quick pass to Tao, off the foot of someone, and went out of bounds. Here's Briley Swanner checking back in for Neva. Did a good job in there. Briley will trigger. There's Elliott right back to Swanner. She's going to dribble down the right side. She gets past Tao. Riding the rail. Tried to pick up her dribble and traveled in the process. Turnover Bears. Checking in for the Vikings is Charlotte Nilsson, freshman, number 23. And I believe Miller gets her first break of the game. She's heading to the bench. Get a breather. Holbeck gets it over to Flint. Right side Tao. Both Bells still on top of the zone for the Bears. There's Holbeck. Rainbow jumper from the baseline is no good. Elliott grabs it, and she's going to take it herself. There's Flint. Gets through the double. There's Bell, tried to get it back to Elliott, turned it over. Here come the blue shirts now in transition. That's Flint, left side. It was Nilsson who picked up her dribble, shot up is short, and Briley Swanner grabs it. She'll trot it in. Tipped away, Flint. She's got it down the right side, 2-on-2, shot up, no, she's fouled on the way in. So Cadence Flint alertly picked up that loose ball. I think Swanner thought it was going out of bounds, but it stayed in the right sideline. Nice grab by Flint and attack, and she's at the free throw line. First free throw is short. 11-3, Vikings with the lead, 4:31 in the second. Second free throw. Misses everything, so it will be Bears basketball coming back. Pressure remains for the Vikings. They get it into Bell. Elliott now down the middle. One-on-one. She's going to take it up. Shot is up, no good. Grabbed by Tao. And now she's going to ride the rail down the left side into the front court. Skip pass. Holbeck. Flint, Holbeck. Met by LePerry, drives in, kicks it out. Skip pass over to Tao. Now she's going to drive left side, gets all the way in. She's fouled on her way up. That's going to be Elliott's second. 2 free throws coming for Lexi Tao. 2 team fouls for the Bears, 1 for the Vikings. First free throw for Tao is good. She leads all scorers with 7 out of the 12 points for the Vikings. Second free throw is also good. Hits both. 8 points for Tao. And here comes Elliott. Tried to find Emma. Too many blue shirts waiting on that one. Tao up and good. Once again, she's got 10. And the problems continue for the Bears. Here's Swanner now. She's fouled on her way in. That was Holbeck, her second foul. If the call comes in, like I think it is on number 5, so 2 on her, 2 on the Vikings. 15-3, 3:45 left in the second. Mary Bell gets it over to Annabelle. There's LaPerry. Try to get it back, thrown away. Here's Flint now, right side. Drives, shot up, good. Tough contested shot, Cadence Flint. She's got 4 for the sophomore. And here come the Bears, thrown away again. There is Nilsson, left side. That was Holbeck with her first bucket of the game. Here come the Bears, thrown away again. There's Tao now, left side. She's going to drive in and pull back. 19-3, and the pressure is breaking the Bears in the second quarter here. There's another offensive rebound. Flint picks up her dribble, kick out to Tao. Into the lane, Nilsson. Left side jumper, no good. And tracked down, almost saved by Holbeck, but she cannot. And another substitution, Molly Wolf, freshman, will enter the game for the Vikings. And we're going to have a full timeout by the Bears. They need to talk things over and how to calm down, trying to move the basketball up the floor. We'll be back with you in 1 minute. We're back in the Haines High School Gymnasium. Petersburg, Haines, 2-game set. We're kind of winding down the conference schedule here. We've got these 2 games for each of the teams. Petersburg squares off against Wrangell in that famous rivalry. Next weekend, Haines heads down to Metlakatla for 2 very important games on Annette Island. And then, lo and behold, right after that, it's the Region 5 tourney already. 3-ball Swanner is gathered on the weak side by Emma. There's Mary Bell, shot up from the free throw line, no good. Emma again gets it, the freshman. That was a long scoring drought by the Bears, and they needed that. That is water in the desert. 19-5 now, 2:10 left in the second, and as Molly Wolf caught that pass in the high post, one too many steps, turnover. Vikings. Checking in for them is Sailor Odegaard. There's a Norwegian name for you. No surprise. Suited up in Vikings purple. Shot up, Anna, no good. And it was tipped on the way out, so Bears will have the ball. Kind of a blue-purple. There's probably a specialized color name for that. We'll track that down for you, folks. Inbounds comes to Mary Bell. There's Briley on the 3-ball, no good. It is Odegaard gathering that rebound, and she takes it into the front court. So Coach Powick getting into his bench early in the first half. Pretty comfortable lead for them. Good to see some new players for the Vikings. Shot up by Anderson is no good, but we're going to have a foul on the way up, and that is Briley Swanner, her third. So big time foul trouble for the Bears, not making things any better. And Briley is going to talk to coach, a little frustrated right now. Understandable. 2 free throws coming for Anderson, Amelia Anderson. First one, no good. Second one is good. Gets the back end of that. She's on the board, and it's 20-5. 1:35 in the second. Swanner looking right wing. Bell has it, trying to find Elliott in the post. She gets it. Spin move, shot up, no good. She's fouled on the way in. Nice move by the sophomore. Gets to the line, and that is going to be Charlotte Nilsson. First personal for her, and the third on the Vikings. First free throw, no good for Elliott. One more remains. Band is warming up for hopefully a halftime show. Second one, no good as well. Tracked down by Holbeck. She falls to the ground, alertly kept her dribble though, and the Vikings bring it in to the front court. Holbeck tried to swing it over. Mary Bell got her hand on it. Nilsson tracks it down. So we have Simone and Charlotte Nilsson sisters. We've got Aurora and Molly. That's just basketball in Southeast Alaska. Wolf in the high post, tried to find Anderson, cannot. Turnover Vikings, 47.1 seconds remain in this quarter. Swanner looks up at the clock as she brings it across. Emma tried to get it into Annabelle, not happening. Swanner picks up the loose ball, gets it to Elliott. She's trying to drive in, but she is met by all sorts of defense, loses it, and the Vikings will go to work. 25 seconds left in the quarter. Wolf in the high post, shot up by Anderson is no good. Elliott grabs the rebound. She takes it herself down the left side. Tried to find Bell, could not. So it will be turnovers Bears. And here come the Vikings with 10.7. Had a good look there, had a 2-on-1, just couldn't get that pass through. So the turnover issues remain for the Bears. Shot up is no good and out of bounds. And it will be .4, almost halftime, but not quite. The players were kind of heading over to the bench. So we're going to take a break at halftime, and we'll be back with about 2 minutes remaining on the halftime clock. Your halftime score: Petersburg Vikings 20, Haines Glacier Bears 5. We're going to take a break. Stay tuned for the second half, and remember, after this one, it is the battle between the top 2 boys teams in the region. Petersburg Haines boys following this one. Stay tuned, folks. Welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium. This is Brian Elliott with the NFHS Network. The Petersburg Vikings were able to empty their bench in the first half as they are in command of this one. They lead 20-5. Let's run down some first half scoring. The Vikings were led by Lexi Tao with 10. Cadence Flint off the bench with 4. Aurora Wolf 3. Zia Holbeck 2, and Amelia Anderson made 1 out of 2 free throws for her 1 point on the Haines side. Pretty easy. Elliott has 3 and LaPerry has 2. And really key for the Bears is calming down and making good fundamental passes in the full court, the half court, wherever they possess the basketball. They got sped up pretty early in this one, and they're playing hot potato with the rock, and that is not a good way to go about business. So we'll see how they came out of the halftime break, see if they can rein things in a little bit and put some points on the board. It is the Vikings starting the second half, I believe, with their starters. Yes, it is. Bertignoli up and good. Met little resistance down the left side of the lane. Her first 2 points of the game, and we know she is capable of many more. It is tipped away and stolen. That is Miller. And Swanner got her hand on that basketball right across the timeline, so it will be Vikings in the half court. Nilsson, Tao, Miller. Nilsson now. Starting 5 is back. Bertignoli in the high post. Kick out to Nilsson. Gets all the way to the baseline. Tried to pass. It was knocked away. Hit the bottom of the backboard. And Swanner tipped the pass and came away with the ball. So good defensive play by her. Tried to get it to LaPerry right in front of the band. And it's knocked away. So it will be Bears basketball in the corner. Swanner finds LaPerry, gets it to Elliott. She drives up, can't get it. Rebound comes to Nilsson. And the Vikings take it across. Tao, kind of an awkward halfway in between pass, finds Nilsson. And the Vikings will be methodical. There's Tao down low. Lots of white jerseys on the baseline. Kick out Bertignoli. Tao shot up good. Tough one by Lexi Tao. She's got 12. And Swanner finds some space. She's going to drive the right side. Shot is up. She's fouled on the way up. Good take by Swanner. Found some daylight on the right side of the lane. And turned on the jets, got to the rack, and draws the foul, so she will be shooting 2, still looking for her first points of this one. First one does not find the mark, and Neva Brownell will check in for Emma LaPerry. Senior weekend for Brownell. Pretty special time for a lot of these players, and I'm looking over on the Petersburg side. They have at least 3 seniors on their own. So all of that hoopla will go on tomorrow night. So stay tuned. Missed shot. The senior Brownell grabs it. Gets it to Elliott. Looks down for Bell. Shot is up. No good. Good shot, though, in transition. And Elliott knocked it out on the rebound, so here come the Vikings. Good look down the floor, and nice rebound by Brownell. We can just call her senior night. How about that? Tao drives, gets it batted away, gets it back, but double dribbles in the lane. So a turnover for the Vikings. 24-5, 5:43 left in the third. Bell beyond the arc. Briley, 3-ball, no good. Tracked down by Nilsson, but she stepped on the baseline as she started her drive back the other way. So Bears will inbound underneath. Bell takes a shot short. Neva Brownell is on the floor. She's tied up. Arrow goes to the Bears. So they will try it again. Get it into Bell. This just grabbed by Lexi Tao. She's going to take it herself down the left side. No good. Gets her own rebound. Tried to get it to Bertignoli. Nilsson now. Miller. Nilsson no good. Weak side rebound is tracked down by Briley. So she's been active on the glass and getting extra possessions for the Bears. Gets it to Elliott. Tough pass. Almost handled it, but could not. And the Vikings come back. Gonna have Allie Lloyd checking in. Mary Bell will take a break. Starters still on the floor for the Vikings, giving them some minutes. Miller, Nilsson, Tao, Bertignoli, nice cut. Can't get it. Elliott got the block on that one. And it's going to be Swanner surveying the floor as she brings it in. Gets tied up on the way into the lane. Bertignoli rips that one. Another steal for the Vikings. Tao right side, Nilsson down low, Wolf. Shot up and good. Aurora Wolf with her 5th point of the game. 6 for the Vikings in the quarter at the 4-minute mark. Swanner, they get it into Elliott in the post. She drives, shot up, blocked, out of bounds, and the Bears will have the ball. It'll be Sailor Odegaard coming in for the Vikings. And Swanner will also take a break for the Bears. Bell inbounds. They get it back to Bell. Shot is up and off the top and out of bounds. So had a decent look on that one. Couldn't get it to go. Tao will carry it in. Travel by the Vikings. Not too many turnovers by them in this one. Pretty good ball handling by several players in blue. Still haven't come up with that color for you folks. We've got to get into the Crayola box, figure out what the blue purple is. And the Bears turn it over again. Bertignoli now, head of steam, down the right side. Annabelle meets her. Tough pass into Tao is fumbled away, but there is Miller, and they will reset. Tao, long two, got it. Second bucket of the quarter, 14 for the game. Bell to almost Bell, and not the third Bell. And Tao had it, just couldn't find the handle on that basketball, and it led her to the sideline. So the Bears will resume. Side out, we're under 3 in the third, 28-5. We've got some real fans coming in this gym tonight. Big game against the Petersburg boys. Got some face paint, some body paint, lots of green as you could expect. Foul's going to be on Aurora Wolf. Kind of awkwardly ran into the white shirt. And Lloyd will check in this time for Annabelle. Swanner gets it into Bell, now Lloyd. Back to Swanner, 3 ball is short. Elliott tracks it down on the weak side, but ran out of real estate, and the ball goes out of bounds. Vikings back the other way. Bertignoli high post, puts it on the floor, drives in, blocked, and we've got a foul on Brownell as Bertignoli made a nice aggressive drive to the hoop. She will shoot 2. First one is good. Her first free throw make of the game. Second one for Natalie is also good. So she's got 4 in the quarter and for the game, and it's 30-5. 2:25 left in the third. There's Bell, gets it to Swanner, drives in, kind of handed off to Brownell. She's stuck, gets it to Lloyd. Couple dribbles, picks up her dribble. Brownell now back, still on the right side of the half court. Not a lot of movement for the Bears. There's Lloyd, Brownell kind of playing a two-man passing game. Shot up, Brownell, good look for her. Almost went, rebounded by Bertignoli. She takes it into the front. Over to Miller haphazardly, but she grabs it. Odegaard, Bertignoli in, tied up, and they called it. Jump ball, it will be Vikings basketball. Sub is in for the Vikings fullback. Check in for Bertignoli. 35, 1:36 left in the third. Inbounds comes to Wolf. Shot up is no good. There's Swanner with the rebound. Good job by her. She's got some tempo now into the lane and travels. She was looking for Elliott down low. Couldn't find any space. Nice aggressive take in transition for Swanner, but to no avail. There's Hulbeck. Odegaard. Miller in the post, shot up by Nilsson, does not go. Vikings basketball. Wolf has it, she's tied up. Miller with 2, her first 2 of the game. So getting some additional players into the scoring column for the Vikings. Swanner, long 3, picked up her dribble and said, why not? There's Lloyd on the offensive rebound. She is fouled on her way up, so 2 free throws for Allie Lloyd. And the foul is on Miller, her first. I think we're doing some senior nights tonight, and the remainder will be tomorrow. Bell is checking in for somebody. That is Swanner taking a break. Second free throw is no good. Elliott had a hand on the rebound, can't secure it. Odegaard will take it into the front court. Under 40 seconds remain in the third. Odegaard and Miller playing catch. Skip pass, Odegaard, she'll pull it back out. There's Miller looking for the post, not there. There's Hulbeck, shot is up short. Batted around, gathered by Wolf. It is blocked by Elliott. Out of bounds, Vikings ball, 14.3. Hulbeck, Odegaard, Miller. Miller, long 2, foot on the line, and that's the third quarter. Your score, Petersburg Vikings 32, Haines Glacier Bears 5. Stay tuned, folks. We've got boys action after this one. We're going to take a 60-second break. We're back, Brian Elliott with the NFHS Network. Start of the fourth quarter in the Haines High School Gymnasium. We've got the Bear here. We've got green face paints. It is the last home series of the year, and the fans have really come out to cheer their team on and celebrate another good home series in Haines, Alaska. Ball is turned over. There's a runner by Flint, comes up short. Elliott grabs it, she's headed back the other way. Quickly into the front court, throws it over everything. Turnover Bears, here come the Vikings. Let's see, who's on the floor? Odegaard, the Norwegian. Pullback, Nilsson, Charlotte Nilsson that is. Amelia Anderson, we're gonna track down, it's mostly the end of the bench for the Vikings. And they are moving it around, trying to find some space against the 2-3 zone. There's Odegaard over to Flint, gets it down low, blocked. Anderson went up, that was blocked, turned over quickly by the Bears, and right back at it are the Vikings. Fullback shot up, no. Elliott rips it, takes it herself. Looking down the floor, she's fouled by Flint and hits the deck. Excuse me, Odegaard. No, that was Flint. That was Flint. Okay, her first personal. So, Elliott took it on the open floor. Good move for her. Don't let the defense gather. And almost over and back, but they had not established yet on that inbounds. Lloyd is stuck, throws it away. Vikings coming back. Sometimes you get on the struggle bus and you're pulling that chain to signal the next stop, and there is no chain. And that is the story of this one for the Bears. Trying to end this game with a positive would be a nice thing headed into their last home game of the series, of the season. Tomorrow night, both Haines teams travel to Metlakatla next weekend. Actually, I believe those games are Thursday and Friday if you're tuning in. And the Petersburg Vikings square off against their rival Wrangell Wolves next weekend to close out their conference series. So don't forget, Region 5 tournament starts in Juneau, March 4th. And especially on the girls' side, the region feels pretty wide open. And we've got the number 1 and 2 boys team squaring off tonight. And that one will go a long way. This 2-game series will go a long way to determine seeding at the Region 5 tourney. Bucket for Charlotte Nilsson. She's on the board for the Vikings. And the Bears go to work. Shot is up and no good. And here come the Vikings. Flint, Odegaard, cycling things down. 5:25 left in the fourth. Shot is up, rattles around and out for Nilsson. Elliott had it, and Nilsson went and tied her up. Jump ball. Or no, we're going to have a foul. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, folks. They gave it to Haines, but the arrow was pointed the other way. So I wish I could have a mic at the scorer's table, but something is being discussed. And once again, sometimes I am the last one to know. Trying to listen to official Matt Jones. And I still don't know what the heck just happened, but it is Haines basketball. 34-5, 5:15 on a Friday night. Lloyd gets it picked away. Bell tries to grab it. The Vikings do. Flint got it knocked out from behind. Mary Bell has it now. Over to Lloyd. Odegaard in her grill. Annabelle. Lloyd, Marybell, LaPerry left side. Marybell, a lot of passes beyond the arc. Let's see if the Bears can make something happen here. They get into Elliott. She kicks it out. 3-ball Lloyd. Off the glass, rebounded to Nilsson. Shot by Hulebeck is short. Emma LaPerry had her hands on it, and she's tied up by Hulebeck. And this time, the arrow goes to the Vikings. And checking in for Petersburg, Molly Wolf. And she will give Odegaard a break. There's still discussions with the scorer's table. But the Vikings ball inbound, kicked out. Hulebeck looking for Flint, and she will reverse. Nilsson right side. There's Wolf in the lane, picks up her dribble, kick out, Hulebeck. Now she's down the lane, runner, got it, Zia, Hulebeck. Nice little teardrop floater. Her 4th point of the game and Petersburg's 4th of the period. Stolen away, Cadence Flint, she goes up, she's fouled. 2 free throws coming for Flint, open court steal and transition attack. And that foul is going to be on Anna Bell, her 2nd. So early foul trouble for the Bears is no longer an issue. Players with 2 or 3 fouls early were able to hold back. First free throw for Flint is no good. Second one is also no good. So here come the Bears. 3:37 left in this one. Swanner back in, trying to finish this game on a positive. Brownell will check in for LaPerry. And Elliott will leave. Here's Bell. Gets it over to Annabelle. Nilsson got her hands on it, and it was actually a foul on Nilsson, so that will be her 2nd. Charlotte Nilsson, that is, the freshman. Number 23 for the Vikings. Here is Swanner. Bell gets it to Swanner, 3-ball, right side short. That is Wolf tracking that down. So the freshman for the Vikings all on the floor. Flint gets it over to Hulebeck. Nilsson, Flint, Hulebeck. Long 2, kind of bumped, but nothing. Mary Bell kind of apologized for that. No effect whatsoever. Here's Swanner now, runner, 15-footer off the glass. Wolf grabs the board, and we're going to have a foul on Riley Swanner, her fourth. Odegaard, not all the freshmen were on the floor, but now they are as Flint takes a break. Here come the Vikings. Down low to Anderson, kick out Odegaard. Nilsson, Holbeck. Vikings looking for some space against the 2-3. Skip pass. Nice look for Nilsson, short. Gets her own rebound, baseline drive. Nice defense by Brownell to interrupt that pass. She was looking for Odegaard, and she had an alleyway, but Neva jumped in there and got her hands on the ball at the 2-minute mark of the fourth. LePerry gets it over to Brownell. She's stuck in the lane. Back to LePerry. Over to Bell. Shot up and good. Anna Bell gets on the board. Good for her. 7 now for the Bears. Pretty excited about that one, I'm sure. There is Holbeck. Finds Wolf in the lane. Nice disciplined ball movement by the Vikings freshman. Holbeck runner, got it. Tough shot by Zia Holbeck. She's got 6 now. And we're almost at the 1-minute mark. Stay tuned after this. Petersburg boys, number 1 in the region. Haines boys, number 2 in the region. And there is Mary Bell with her first 2 points of the game. So the bell is ringing in the fourth for the Bears. 38-9, 50 seconds left. Anderson, number 0, baseline drive. She's fouled on her way up. And that will be on Brownell, number 3 for her. 2 free throws coming for Amelia Anderson. Good to see Petersburg in this building, and especially Rick and Dino Brock on the boys' side. Known them for a really long time. Really like those guys most of the time, unless we're playing against them, which happens to be the case tonight. But had a good chat earlier in this one before this game started, so great to see some familiar faces. And that was Amelia Anderson knocking down the back end of that 2-shot foul. 39-9 at 39. Both boys teams are poised and ready to hit the floor after this one. Runner by Swanner does not go. Zia will take it across. Holbeck thought about a drive, but did a little pre-drive hop, so that will be a turnover. Timmy Ward is in the gym tonight. Great to see my neighbor. He came to a Glacier Bear game earlier this season, said it was the first time he was at a game since he was a player. So great to see Tim in the gym. Shot is up and no good. Your final score, Petersburg Vikings roll to a 39-9 victory. Let's just run down some scoring real quick, get you caught up for the visiting Vikings, Lady Vikings. Let me just do some quick math here. They were led by, and I hope everything adds up, I think it does. They were led by Lexi Tao with 14, Zia Holbeck 6, Aurora Wolf 5, 4 each for Natalie Bertignoli and Cadence Flint, 2 each for Ika Miller, Amelia Anderson, and Charlotte Nilsson. For Haines, 3 for Elliott and 2 each, Emma LaPerry, Annabelle, Marybelle. There's your scoring total. We've got 19:30 on the warm-up clock. We will come back to bring you all the action, 1 versus 2 on the boys' side in about 17, 18 minutes. This is Brian Elliott for the NFHS Network signing off for the girls' game. Stay tuned. Exciting 2A boys action is coming right up.
seniors had unexpectedly lost a beloved coach and had their own rhythm. They had their own way of doing things, and I came in and I changed some of that. It probably wasn't easy. But from the very beginning, each one of them met me with grace. They bonded with me in ways I never could have imagined. They patiently walked with me through every growing pain and insecurity as I learned how to lead. They stood by me through frustrations and tears. They laughed with me at the chaos and the hilarity of it all. They held my hand through the hard moments and embraced me in the circles of celebration after the big wins. Because of them, I have some of the best memories and moments of my life. They have truly changed me. I am a better leader, a better listener, and a better human because of these 5 incredible women. What an amazing blessing it has been. Thank you for letting me be part of your lives. My heart is bigger because of you.
Okay, so I'm going to start with Audrey. Audrey, I'm grateful I've gotten to be with you these past 2 years because you've taught me so much and how I can do things better as your back base and a back base in general. You've taught me how to fix my grip for you, taught me how much to lift, how to catch you better or whatever I needed to do better. You've taught me and you've never said it demandingly. You said it calmly, and because of what you've taught me, I can now use my skills as a back base to navigate. Thank you for being my friend through these past 2 years. I'm so grateful to you as a friend, but also as a teammate. At regionals, it's going to be sad because of the last times I'm going to get to be with you. But I'm glad I've got to spend this time that I've had with you. Thank you. Next is Isabel. I'm grateful I've gotten to be your teammate and friend these past 2 years, whether it's volleyball or cheer. Thank you for saying you're proud of me whenever I mess up and telling me that I'm doing great. I'm grateful I've gotten to be with you for cheer and when I felt like quitting, without you knowing, you kept me in this sport pushing through. You always check up on me when I look upset or I'm upset, you can tell. And you check. Oh, I said it twice. You are one of the kindest people I know. I don't know what I'm going to do next year without your kind face, making silly faces at me, or smiling at me in the halls. Thank you for being my shopping buddy in Anchorage and for sticking with me. And our talk we had in Cameron will always be a memorable moment of my life. Thank you. Next is Ruby. Ruby, thank you for taking me under your wing and teaching me all that you know. You will always be the #1 back base to me. You've taught me so much, not only as a cheerleader, but as a person. You've taught me patience, which I
Welcome back to the Haines High School Gymnasium. This is Brian Elliott with the NFHS Network. We've got 2:20 on the warm-up clock. If you were wondering what happened with that interruption, we are rolling out senior night one by one. Tonight it was the cheerleaders' turn, and they went through all of that. So we've got 2 minutes on the warm-up clock. We will be back with you with player intros and all that good stuff in just a moment. There is just a lot going on in the old gym tonight. 1 versus 2. Coach Rick Brock received some sort of award with Wooden in the title, and whenever you can get an award and John Wooden is involved, you've done really great things. Rick has been coaching for, I believe, 30 plus years. He just retired from being a teacher, but he is leading his Vikings into hostile Bears territory, and we are underway. It is Powick into the front court. That is Camden Johnson, new name for me. I believe he's a freshman. I will check on that. There's Knutson down low. He's doubled, shot up, falls down. JC had inside position but cannot grab it. Tipped out of bounds by Logan Tao. So it will be Bears basketball and backcourt pressure on Colton Combs. He's quickly gonna bring it in. Petersburg did win both ends of their home series against Haines earlier this season, and they really did so by doubling and tripling Combs, just not allowing him much room to operate, a lot of overloads towards number 3, and that strategy seemed to work on that 2-game set. But tonight and tomorrow night, it's a whole new scene. 3 ball, Combs can't get it. Long rebound is chased down by number 3, throws it into teammate Davis. Nice save by Combs, passes up the 3 ball that time. There's Farron on the arc, and the Bears will cycle it down. Stickler into the high post. He's got, who's on him? Powick on him, no, Tao. And that's J.C. Davis, 3 ball, got it, triple, J.C. Davis. He will throw one down here and there, and the full court pressure is on from the Bears. They're playing man the whole way, and they are going to try to harass ball handlers for the Vikings. That's Camden Johnson, picked up his dribble, dead ball. Knutson comes and bails him out. Handoff is fumbled, trying to get it to Candle. Candle gets it back. Swing pass, Johnson left side. Kind of awkwardly stopped his dribble. Ball goes up, it's knocked out of bounds as Powick went up to the rack. Can't keep the handle on his way up, but we are going to have a foul on that, as it turns out, on Isaac Jones. So that will be his first. So that is why the ball squirted out. Vikings will operate from the baseline. There's Candle, swing pass over the right. Nice defense by Davis, knocking away that entry pass to Tao, and it is off a Vikings player. Bears basketball. 2-1 zone press is in for the Vikings. Combs right down the middle. They tried to get a trap, but when you get the ball in the middle, now he's trapped in the coffin corner, gets it away. There's Jones now. He's going to dribble out front and balance the floor. J.C. Davis now takes the handoff on the elbow. Handoff to Combs. Tries to get down the lane. Kick out Jones. He gets stopped. Davis. Fake the pass to Farron. Up top to Jones, and the Bears will reset. 3-0 early on, 5:40 in the first. Farron gets bumped on his way in. There's Stickler beyond the arc. He has been knocking down 3 balls in the last few series here, so he's no stranger to playing on the perimeter. JC loses it on his way in. Almost a travel by Kendall, but he held his foot as the Vikings are into the front court. Johnson, long ball, left side, off the glass, high rebound, and it dropped for Camden Johnson. Hit off the back iron. There's Combs. He's fouled on his way in. He split the top 2 defenders once he brought it into the front court. That is Noah Powick with the hip check, his first. Fast pace, as you could expect, right from the opening tip in this one. 2 heavyweights going at it. 3-3. 5:05 in the first. Combs uses the screen, gets in the lane, kick out to Farron. Kick out Stickler now. Bears being patient. Stickler tried to get it to Davis, took one extra step. He stepped through the defense all over him, but one too many, so Bears turn it over again. And that's something they're going to try to limit throughout this one, obviously. Johnson into the front court. There is Powick now. Over to Tao. Johnson tried to find Knutson down low. It is not there. Actually, sorry, that was Tao that was trying to find position on Combs, but Combs held his ground. Tao could not touch the basketball. Turnover Vikings. Here's JC, gets all the way down, shot up, left side, no, he gets his own rebound, kick out Jones. Here's Farron now, into the lane, can't get there. Good defense by the Vikings, tipped away. Candle, Jones, dive for it, it comes away to Powick. Powick now down the right side, had a gap, one step on Combs, quickly closed up, and it is knocked out of bounds. Vikings basketball. Coach Combs talking to official Gainey about some sequence on the last possession. And here we go, baseline Vikings. Knutson, he got a step on Stickler and scores. 2 for Aiden Knutson. Stickler kind of overplayed that inbounds, and by the time Knutson got it, it was money. And there is Scoop Stickler with the answer. 5 to 5, found some daylight at the rack, and he converts his first 2. And we're at the 4-minute mark. There's Johnson trying to drive in. Farron step for step with him. Tao down low, loses it. Farron, nice attempt to gather that loose ball. Cannot. Vikings basketball baseline. This is pretty much what you would expect in this one so far. Everything contested, a lot of energy and effort on the floor for both teams. Down low, tried to find Tao again, not there. He got pushed out of his post position, and they tried him anyway. There's JC all the way down. He's fouled on his way in. 2 free throws coming for the senior JC Davis. And that's going to be Knutson, his first. JC with an aggressive attack, found the gap to the rack and got there, and he will be shooting 2. 5-all, 3:39 left in the first. Davis rattles around and out. Candle coming over to talk to Coach Brock. Second free throw for JC is nothing but net. He hits the back end of that 2-shot foul. He's got 4. And the Bears have a 1-point lead. 3:35 remaining in the first. Knutson outside the arc. Gets it over to Johnson. They swing it quickly. They look for, that's Candle weak side. Nice pass, but quickly closed up. 3-ball Knutson, hard off the glass. Stickler rebounds, gets it to Davis as he was falling down. Athletic play by Stickler, nothing new there. Runner, Combs, floater, no good. Rebound comes to Powick. He's going to take it himself, and number 3 picks him up in the backcourt. Johnson now, shovel past Knutson, trying to find a cutting Powick, but the white shirts are there step for step. Candle with Isaac Jones on him. That's a good matchup. Fumbled around, Candle has it now. In the lane, shot up, no good, blocked by Stickler. There's Combs with the rebound, 3-on-2 for the Bears. Farron, right side, 2. That is a textbook 3-on-2 fast break executed by the Bears. They get Farron to the promised land, and now they lead 8-5 at the 2:25 mark of the first. Knutson down low, spin move on Stickler, shot up, blocked, up hard off the glass. That was a strong move by Knutson to get that ball up with Stickler's hand on it. And here come the Bears in the half. Farron, 3-ball on top, got it. Brody Farron triple, 5 quick ones for him. And the Bears now lead 11-5, and Coach Rick Brock is going to talk things over. We're going to decide whether it's a 30 or a full, and it is going to be a 30 seconds, so we will keep it here. We are sending this back to KFSK, Frederick Sound, Petersburg, Alaska. So thanks for joining us, folks. We're going to do our best to bring you all the action. I figured that KFSK was going to pick this feed up, and I did get confirmation before this game. So thanks for tuning in from Petersburg, one of my favorite towns in Southeast. And the Imperial March fills the rafters in the Haines High Gym while Coach Brock talks to his trying to settle them down a little bit. They're playing hard with a lot of effort. Haven't got a lot of results out of that so far, and they will have the basketball coming out of this timeout. No substitutions by either team so far, and just as I say that, number 22, Mason Knutson, has checked in for the Vikings. Taking a break is, let's figure this out, Camden Johnson is not on the floor for the team in black. So referees are sorting something out. Whether it was a 30 or a full, I think they did actually get 60 seconds on that timeout, even though Coach Brock indicated 30. So a little bonus time on that one. Here's Powick now into the front court. Combs step for step, overplaying his left side. There is Mason Knutson. We've got Mason and Morgan. Excuse me, Aiden. Mason and Aiden Knutson. Johnson now. Kyron Sweet checked in for the Bears. And who is taking a break? Isaac Jones. So Kyron Sweet, the junior, is on the floor for the Bears, making things happen. Long ball, no good. Rebound Knutson. He worked his way in there and got the putback. So early contribution from Mason Knutson. His first two of the game. 11-7 now. 1:12 remains in the first. Combs has it on top. Petersburg in man. Stickler faked the screen. Now he's out setting one. Combs rubs off on it. Does not attack. JC. Sweet. Fakes it. Can't get into the lane. Too much black defense in his way. Farron shot up short. Battle for another rebound for Knutson. So two quick rebounds for the black shirts and Mason Knutson. Immediate impact for him. Some bench players ready to check in for the Vikings. There's Knutson again. Gets by Farron. Kick out. Powick. Tau. Right side. JC. Step for step. They have battled for a long time in this conference. Tau on top. Fakes a three. Now tries to drive. Gets there. Short. Rebound JC Davis. He's going to take it himself. Pass to Stickler in transition. Scores. Tough catch by James Stickler. He had to kind of adjust his footwork as he gathered that pass, but turned his body in the right way and finishes. There's Knutson. He's stuck. Gets it out to Johnson. Time is running out, and that's the quarter. Your first quarter score. Haines Glacier Bears 13. Vikings 7. We're going to send it back to KFSK and all of our listeners for 1 minute. There are conference games, and then there are important conference games, and you can easily see which category this one falls into. Tough battle in the first quarter, lots of contested rebounds, contested shots, and Haines currently has a 6-point lead as we begin play in the second. There's Stickler now, looking for a backdoor cut. Combs had it, knocked away. Somehow he kept his dribble, and he is going to reset on top. Tough defensive assignment. Ben Candle is on Combs right now. There's Jones. Kick out to Farron. Finds some daylight in the lane. Kyron Sweet 3-ball. Right side short. Knocked away. Good tip by Farron. He gets it down low. He's up and scores. Brody Farron with 7 early points for the Bears. Nice second chance attempt on that one. Bears take a shot, miss it, get it right back, and they lead by 8, 7-10 in the second. Vikings will operate in the half court. There is Ben Candle. Isaac Jones on him. Farron went for the steal, and on his way in, that was Mason Knutson. He is absolutely dump trucked by the wrestling champ, I believe, and he's going to feel that one later tonight. It's going to be on 35, so Stickler picks up his first, to the chagrin of many. Knutson was off balance and kind of just plowing his way in, but there was some contact there, so I see what the Stripes saw. Vikings operate. Johnson over to Tao. Left-handed runner, no good. Stickler clears it, gets it to Combs. Down the floor, there's Isaac, release, and one! Isaac Jones, who saw that the Bears got the rebound, secured it. He leaked out. Stickler, Combs, long pass to Isaac. He finishes, and he goes to the line for one free throw. Great transition sequence by the Bears on that one. And Coach Combs is going to get Scoop Stickler to the bench. Just take a breather, kind of settle things down a little bit. I expect both of these coaches to be making a lot of substitutions because it only takes a minute or two for these guys to get their wind back, and so they're going to do their best to keep everybody fresh throughout this one. One free throw for Isaac is good. 3-point play, the old-fashioned way for Jones, and he's got 3. Here come the Vikings. Johnson loses a dribble. He picked it up at the timeline. People wanted an over and back, but he did not commit to the front court yet. Powick now trying to find some space, and just a pushing foul by Jones. Those are those silly fouls that everyone can see. So that's number 2 on him. Just got to keep those hands tucked in there, and he will survive on the floor. Knutson on the inbounds. Nice spin move, 2 for Aiden Knutson. He's got 4 now. JC, right wing, pulls back. Combs now over to Farron on top. They swing the ball left side. Good ball reversals for the Bears. Picked away, stolen. Combs went in. Johnson said, I'll take that. He brings it into the front court and retreats. And we've got Matt Jones talking to Rick Brock. And I don't know if that's a warning or what, but he stopped play to give him a talking to. Conversation over. Knutson will inbound now for the Vikings. Powick. Combs all over him. No screens happening for the Vikings. Now Knutson fakes the screen, gets the handoff. Over to Mason Knutson. Powick now. Jump stop, dead ball. Nice pass to Johnson, now down low. Shot up good. That is Lutomsky into the game, his first bucket. Nolan Lutomsky, 18-11 now, 5:35 in the second. Combs, sweep, looking to set a screen, he peels off. Combs directing traffic. Bears are spread 4 wide. Right side, Combs, sweep now. Drives in the lane, gets all the way there, short. J.C. Davis, rebound, putback, Davis. He's always been a strong rebounder, but now he's scoring. He's got 6 in this one. There's Powick now, kick out, Mason Knutson, runner, nothing but net. Mason Knutson, strong game off the bench for him. He's got 4, very active, and it's 20-13 at the 5-minute mark. Farron now down the lane, scoop shot, runner, gets his own rebound, up and good! He's fouled and one! Brody Farron, relentless on the glass. And that's gonna be on Aiden Knutson, his second of the game, and James Stickler checking in before the free throw from Farron. He's got 9, and he's got 1 free throw coming. 22-13, under 5. Really relentless offensive rebounding by the Bears in this one. They're getting second and third chances throughout. Free throw's no good, and that was a silly foul by J.C. Davis, trying to make something happen on the missed free throw. his first. 3 team fouls for the Bears, 2 for the Vikings. Full court pressure is back, man to man. There's Tao, Powell now, Combs on him. Those two have been battling a long time also. Left side, Mason Knudsen. We'll just call him Mason. Right side now, Johnson. Over to Mason, handoff to Powick. Gets into the lane, kind of reverses course and scores. Tough shot by Noah Powick. Gets it to go. His first 2 of the game, and it's 22-15. Farron fakes a drive, pulls back. There's Stickler on the elbow in the high post. Had a little space, thought about a shot, and the Bears will work it for a better one. There's Combs. Down low to Stickler on the block. Shot fake, shot up, no good. Good look for him. Couldn't get it to go. And the Vikings quickly across. They're going to push the tempo. Camden Johnson swings it over to Powick. He gets into the lane. Isaac had his hand on there, but we're going to get a foul as Powick drove to the block, and that's going to be Colton Combs, his first. Checking back in for the Vikings is Ben Kendall, and Mason Knudsen playing a strong game. For the visitors, we'll take a break. Powick inbounds. The gym is eerily quiet at this moment. They get it into Tao, and that was an easy 2 for the Vikings. His first 2 of the game, and it's 22-17 now at the 3:40 mark. Isaac Jones into the lane, nowhere to go. Gets it out to Stickler, Davis, Farron. Good ball movement by the Bears. Combs now drives, kick out Farron. He's got space right down the lane. Got it! Brody Farron with 11. They collapsed down on Combs, and as soon as Brody saw that space, he attacked it, and he finishes. Camden Johnson. Tao Powick. Powick's been getting into the lane lately with drives. Doesn't try it this time, but now he's got it left wing. Kendall flashes through, not there. Right side Johnson now, down low. Got it to Lutomsky, but Stickler was waiting for him. Down the lane, shot up, good. Nice finish there by Ben Kendall. He's on the board. So we've got 6 Petersburg players in this quarter with 2 points each. Nice balanced scoring for Coach Brock. There's Isaac Jones. Gets into the lane, gets stuck. Kick out Farron. Combs now. He's going to try a drive. Scoop shot up, no good, but he's fouled on his way in. That's going to be 2 shots coming for Combs. Remarkably, Colton Combs has yet to score this game. He averages about 21 per game, so you know those points are going to come sooner or later. He will start out his scoring quest from the line. 3 team fouls on Petersburg, 4 on the Lake Bears. Combs knocks down the first one. Mason checks in. Holmgren checks in. Taking a break is Powick and Lutomsky. Second free throw for Combs. Back iron. Long rebound comes to Mason. There's Clarence. Into the front court. Gym is pretty packed tonight. Big weekend in Haines. Johnson nowhere to go. Farron waiting on him. Nothing doing. Kendall now. Jones right on him. He peels off on Mason. There's Holmgren. Combs dead ball. Got it away to Johnson. Little space. There's a 3-ball. Mason left side. No good. Stickler clears it quickly to Combs, but the black jerseys are back, and Combs will trot it across. Handoff to Farron. There's JC on top, looking for the handoff to Jones. They get it. Jones loses it, and it's gone. Turnover. Tao now. Left side, looking down the floor. White shirts are back. Nothing easy in this one. Mason left side. Kendall had JC off balance. but kicks out to Tao, not there. Long rebound comes to the Vikings. There's Johnson down low. Tao batted away by Stickler and out of bounds. Kyron Sweet is going to spell Isaac. 1:12 left in the second. Holmgren heads to the bench. Powick back in for the Vikings. 25-19. Baseline inbounds for the the Vikings. They get it to Johnson, drives baseline, shot up, no good, short. J.C. Davis soars in the air and rips it down. Combs looking right side. J.C. fakes a pass. There's Kyron now. Good defense by the Vikings. Every drive the Bears attempt is not finding daylight. And we have a foul as Farron drove in. And I believe we got a signal to the table. That is Camden Johnson, number 2 on him. And he will head to the bench. Gutomsky back in for the Vikings. Farron looking for somewhere to go, throws it over the top. Stickler tried the handoff, he's going to take a 3. Off the glass, hard off the glass, fought for the rebound, nice effort by Stickler. Knocked it out of bounds though, so it will be Petersburg ball. He's been knocking a few of those down and kind of was left all alone beyond the arc, so he let it fly. Didn't go this time. Pauk now into the front court, finds some space on Combs. Hits Tao on the baseline, skip pass off Candle's leg, wasn't ready for it. There is Farron now, he's going to take it in. He actually plays some point guard for the Bears, so he's very comfortable with the rock. Nice backdoor cut, Combs, kick out, JC, baseline 3, got it! Wide open 3-ball from JC, he was waiting on it. Good ball movement for the Bears, the pass is batted away by Stickler, saved by Combs, 13, 12, 11. 9-point lead for the Bears, trying to get a shot. There's Farron, he hops, kicks out Stickler, shot up in the lane, good! With 4, 3, 2, 1, trying to get a shot off. It is off at the half-court line, no good. Your first quarter score, Bears 30, Petersburg Vikings 19. What a half. We've got another one coming up, proving to be equally as exciting. 10 minutes on the warm-up clock. We will be back with you in 8 minutes. Sending it back to KFSK. We're going to go through some scoring and stuff like that right before the start of the second half. Stay tuned, folks. Exciting 2A basketball in the Haines High Gym.
believe we still have the 50-50 raffle going on. I have to wait for confirmation from my AD. Okay, all right. We're ready? Oh, the third quarter. Okay, so that means everybody get your cash out and buy some more tickets. And we'll do the drawing at the end of the third quarter.
Sweet Caroline brings us out of the halftime break. What a great tune by Matt Davis and the Haines Pep Band. This is Brian Elliott with the NFHS Network. We are back after that whirlwind first half. When these two teams square off, you are rarely disappointed, and this game is no exception. Let's run down some scoring for the visiting Petersburg Vikings. Very balanced scoring for the team in black and blue. Mason Knutson and Aiden Knutson both lead the Vikings with 4 each. Camden Johnson 3-ball in the first quarter with 3 and 2 each from Howick, Tao, Kendall, and Lutomsky. For the home Glacier Bears, they have all of their scoring from the starting 5, led by Brody Farron, 11, J.C. Davis, 9, James Stickler, 6, Isaac Jones, 3, and Colton Combs, 1. So similar to the games in Petersburg, the Vikings have been able to limit the scoring from Colton Combs, but it has been contributions by the remainder of the starting 5, which has boosted the point total for the Bears. And they lead 30-19 as we're almost ready to start the second half. I forgot to mention your officials for tonight's game are Michael Gainey, Matt Jones, and Hannah Mason. And we are underway. There's Powick clearing out his teammates, saying, I'm going to take it into the front myself. They start in a 1-4, get it down low to Tao. 2 quickly for the Vikings. 1-4 offense came out of the locker room, did they? And they operate cleanly and get the early bucket in the third. There's Combs getting into the lane, kick out JC. He is also back into the lane. Back to the basket, Stickler. Combs can't get his shot off. Now he does, long ball. Triple. Colton Combs, first bucket of the game. Finally got some space on the arc. Did not hesitate and knocks it down. Here's some pressure in the backcourt. Powell gets it across. Combs overplaying the right hand. Handoff Knutson right back. Powell, he's fouled on his way up, and shot almost went for Noah Powell, but he will go to the line for 2. Nice exchange with Aiden Knutson on that one. Second personal for Combs. Gym is packed. Not much room on any of the bleachers tonight, folks. First free throw is off the back iron for Powick. Isaac Jones getting some instruction from assistant coach Tyler Funk, who has really contributed a lot to the Bears program this year. Good to see him on the sideline. He also coached the JV boys earlier in this one. Powick misses both. Stickler grabs it, and Farron stepped out of bounds on his way across the timeline. Coach Brock reminding Noah Powick what a good shooting form is. Pretty funny stuff. Both coaches are straddling either side of the scoring table, and the Vikings go to work. Johnson down low quickly. Knutson scores. Nice cut across the lane. Johnson had a baseline, and Knutson knew right what to do with it when he received the ball. He's got 6 now to lead Petersburg scorers. Stickler thought about a 3, thinks again. There's Jones. Over to Combs left side. Finds Stickler. Entry pass. Shot up good. James Stickler got his defender on his hip and rode him to the rack. He's got 8 now. Nice entry pass from his teammate Combs. 35-23 Bears, 6:15 in the third. Powick on top. Combs overplaying right side again. Now it's right side. Tao, Powick. Vikings deliberate, trying to find some space against the man defense by the Bears. Stolen away, Farron. There's Combs now. He leaks out. He's all alone as he goes up and scores. Nice defense, Farron. They tried to operate on the right side of the half court. Not a lot of room there. Farron read the pass, jumped on it, and found Combs for the easy 2. Shot up Knutson, hard off the glass. There's Farron clearing it. He's going to take it himself. Right down the middle. Gets by Johnson. Kick out Jones. JC now in. Bounce pass Stickler through his legs. He gathers. He collects. And they will pass it up to JC and reset. Jones backs up, calling out a play. 37-23 Bears. 5:15 in the third. Stickler now. Shot fake up, and what do we have? We have a carry, I'm going to say. I'm not sure what happened there. Stickler faked the shot, but something did not happen right. So here come the Vikings back the other way. Johnson clears him out, and he brings it across. Knudsen outside the arc, right side. There's Candle now. Kyron Sweet into the game for the Bears. Nice leak out cut. Pollack on top, but he's surrounded as he goes down. JC, nice defense. Farron had it, got it back. Pollack had some space but hesitated on the shot, and by that time the defense was there. Combs, right side, can't get it to go. Nice little lefty scoop. Pollack tries to dribble through 3 white jerseys, and he got the call, so that's going to be on Sweet, his first, and Pollack hit the deck hard. He is holding his head, and that means let's head to the bench, son, and check you out, or does it? Johnson came across, so Pollack will stay on the floor, and Camden Johnson will take a break for Petersburg. I'm not sure why the officials are not stopping this one, because he looks wobbly from here, and he's coming to the bench. That's the right thing to do, so they got it figured out in the end. So Camden comes back in. Pollack is on the floor, and the good thing about the Haines High Gym is we have about 12 qualified medical personnel that come to all of our games, so I'm sure he's going to get looked at shortly. 37-23, 4:30 left. Vikings with the ball. Candle gets in there, kicks out to Mason. Knudsen dribbles off his foot, gathers it back. There's Farron, though. He will not take no for an answer. There's Mason now, shot up, good. Nice finish by Mason Knudsen. Tough runner, and he gets it to go. And Coach Brock is going to call it 30. By my accounting, looks like the Vikings have 3 full timeouts remaining, and Haines has all of their timeouts remaining. So 37-25. Rough and tumble, but really not a lot of fouls committed by either team. They're just playing aggressive, high-energy defense and keeping those hands tucked in and moving their feet. It's really what you want to see as a coach and as a spectator, for that matter. Both teams playing hard, but playing the right way. And you can always expect the Vikings to show that strong fundamental base that they have had for so long with the Brocks. And looks like Pollack is going to lead the floor and maybe see somebody about that head. And as we say that, Colton Combs finishes left side 7 in this quarter. Like I said, the points were going to come sooner or later, and they have come in the third. There's Candle now. Kyron Sweet, step for step. Tao fakes the 3, drives in, kick out to Candle, swung back to Tao. Thinks about a drive. There's Mason Knudsen. Now on the left side, there's Aiden Knudsen. Deliberate ball movement by the Vikings. A few reversals already on this possession. Shot up, no. Johnson off balance. Kind of threw it up there, and it was way short, and now the Bears have a man advantage. 5-on-4 thrown away. Nice steal by Mason as J.C. Davis tried to find a teammate. Mason Knudsen crashed down on D and got his hands on the basketball. But the Vikings knock it out of bounds. It will be Glacier Bears side out. Looks like Pollack is okay, and he just checked in front of the scorer's table. Combs down. Candle checking him. Stickler is going to set a screen. He goes the other way. Right side, not there. Picked up his dribble. Looking to get rid of it. There's Farron now. Found some space in the lane. Could not get all the way there. Good defense by Johnson. 3-ball on top. Triple. Colton Combs. His second triple of the quarter and for the game. He's got 10 in the third. He's got 10 out of the 12 Bears points. There's Johnson. And we've got a foul on Combs. A little too much contact in the open floor. And that was in front of the scorer's table and the referees and the coaches and everybody. So that's an easy call to make on Combs. He's got 3 now, so he's got to rein in the aggressiveness because the Bears need him on the floor. Pollack, Tao. Oh, J.C. Davis got rubbed out on a screen by Knudsen, And Knutson has it down low. Aiden Knutson shot up and good. Tough fight by number 34. He gets his 8th point of the game. 42-27 now, 2:30 in the third. Long three, Combs can't get it. Aiden tips it to himself and gathers quickly into the front court. Candle, J.C. Davis hustling back on defense, knocked the pass away, intended for Tao. And it will be Vikings on the baseline. Isaac Jones stepping in for J.C. So the Bears go a little bit smaller here with 2:19 in the third. And it'll be Powick inbounding baseline into Aiden in the low post, kicks it out. There's his brother Mason. Isaac Jones all over him. Kyron Sweet on Tao. Powick drives, batted away, Combs. He exposed the basketball just for a second, and there it goes. Combs with the steal in transition, in traffic. And here come the Bears. Isaac Jones now over to Farron. Bears will settle things down. Isaac Jones calls a play. Stickler was there for a screen. Drives in, he's stuck. Now there's Brody. Kick out to Combs, looking to get his shot off. It is not there. Here's Sweet now, right side. Reversal to Farron, down the lane. Kick out, Kyron Sweet, 3-ball. No good. Nice look for the Bears, couldn't get it to drop. 42-27, 1:20 in the third. Tao looking for a cutting Candle, but he cut off his movement. So the Vikings got a little stuck on that one, and checking in will be Lutomsky. Nolan Lutomsky and also Camden Johnson. So Tao will take a break, and Candle will join him. Powick on the baseline, gets it to Aiden Knutson, quickly reverse to Johnson, floater in the lane, in and out, halfway down, tries to save it, but he was out of bounds when he tried to knock the ball back in. Bears basketball. 1:09 remains. Combs will carry it across. Jones, Farron. Under a minute now in the third. Farron back to the basket. Gets caught in the air, gets it to Isaac. Good job not turning that ball over. Combs cuts through, can't find him. Now he's got it. Down low, tried to get it to Stickler, does his usual handspring. And you get that at least once a game, so I guess that's his gymnastics routine for the third quarter. And it will be Knutson operating for the Vikings. 30 seconds left now in the third. Powick, Combs on him, tries to drive. No space. Aiden Knutson beyond the arc. Stickler comes out to meet him. Stolen away. He saw the ball. He grabbed for it. He's all alone. Not alone. Left side goes up. Scores! And that's a block. Mason Knutson picks up the foul. Stickler just read that one. He was waiting in the tall grass. And as soon as that basketball got exposed, he punched it out, gathered it himself, and took it all the way to the promised land and gets the and one. He has 10 for the game. Free throw is short. Sweet had his hand on the rebound, can't secure it. 7-6-5. Vikings still in the backcourt. There's Powick weaving through. Combs on him. Wild shot does not go. Third quarter score. Glacier Bears 44, Petersburg Vikings 27. We're going to send it back to KFSK, Frederick Sound, Petersburg, Alaska for 60 seconds. We're back for the fourth quarter. Haines, Glacier Bears, Petersburg Vikings, NFHS Network, KFSK. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Start of the fourth. They just did the 50-50 raffle. We're looking for the winner. Grace Long, fresh into town from up north, so that's pretty fun. And the Bears operate. Combs gets knocked over in the half. No harm, no foul. He's got it now, trying to operate on Powick. Half-court defense. Jones gets stuck in the lane, throws it out to, and an alert timeout by Coach Brian Combs. Jones got down into the paint and had nowhere to go with the basketball, and that's why you save him. You save him for the fourth quarter, for those moments where you could save your possession and get an extra possession by calling that timeout. So let's set the stage here. 4 left for the Bears, 1:33 full, and Coach Brock for the Vikings has 3 full timeouts remaining. It's Brian Combs' first year with this group as a head coach, but he has been on the bench for many years for the Glacier Bears, so this is nothing new to Coach Combs, and just knowing Brian for so long, he is doing a great job with the Bears, and I think he's just been waiting for his moment to take the reins, and the Bears have really shown his leadership and guidance throughout this season. So good job by him, and Coach Rick Brock goes without saying he won a Wooden Award, so I don't think they just hand those out to anyone here in Southeast. So congratulations to Coach Rick Brock. He is joined by his brother Dino, and they always bring a strong program regardless of who's with them. Kyron Sweet goes up. He gets blocked on the way up. He had his first shot stopped, and fans are calling for a foul, but that was a pancake block by the Vikings, so they get the arrow, and they will operate with about 7 minutes exactly on my count. 7 minutes left in the third. 44-27, Bears with the lead. There's Mason Knudsen, swung over to Powick. Combs overplays left-hand side this time. On top there's Lutomski into the game. Powick down low, Tau shot up, can't get it. And it's J.C. Davis who grabs it. He dribbles through all sorts of traffic and miraculously keeps his dribble through all that. Then tries to get it to Combs. Ball slips away, but he ties up Lutomski, so it will be Bears ball, flipping the arrow once again. Aiden Knudsen, Candle in for the Vikings. Farron looking for a cutting Combs, fake the three. Got into the lane area, kick out Isaac Jones, long three, does not go, kind of rushed that shot. Here comes the Vikings now into the front court. Knudsen, Johnson, quickly reversed to Powick. Nice cross lane cut by Aiden Knudsen, and he's fouled on the gather. That's going to be Isaac Jones, his third. Just tried to knock up that pass, got his arm wrapped inside Aiden's arm, so he got whistled for that one. First foul of the fourth. Powick looking for Aiden Knudsen. He has it in the post. Sweet on him. Shot up, tipped on the way up. That's a block shot by Kyron Sweet. There's Isaac Jones up. He's fouled on his way in, and he was headed for the wall with a full head of steam, and the padding on that wall is about a half-inch thick. So good job by Jones not plowing into a very hard surface. He will be shooting 2, and that's one thing Isaac has been doing this game, is leaking out once the Bears were secure that rebound and getting some good looks by doing so. First free throw not good. Foul is on Tau first. Once again, no real foul trouble by either team. 3 each for Isaac Jones and Colton Combs, and that is about it. Second free throw is good for Isaac. Starts the scoring for the Bears in the fourth, and James Stickler is back for the Bears. Tao Powick gets a little space on Combs, which is quickly shored up. There's Kendall now. Tao on top. Powick left side now. There's Knutson in the high post. Hook, kind of a jump hook, doesn't go off the front edge. And Combs takes it in. Handoff Farron. Johnson on him. 5:30 in the fourth. Bears cycle it down. Stickler in the high post. Holds it up, fakes a handoff to Sweet. Now here's Combs. He gets down into the paint, step through, teardrop, and they called a travel on Combs, so the Bears turn it over. Coming into the game is Mason Knutson, and Coach Brock's going to take a full timeout. We're going to send it back to KFSK. Be back with you in 1 minute. We're back, fourth quarter. Glacier Bears have the lead, 45-27, 5:15 remains in the fourth. There is Powick into the front court. Pass, handoff, Powick down the lane. He's fouled and one. Noah Powick all the way down Main Street gets the and one, and he will be shooting one. First points of the quarter for the Vikings. And that foul is going to be on, let's see, that is Stickler, his second. He got in all sorts of foul trouble in the Petersburg gym. The first time these two teams met, but tonight he has reined it in. That is Powick's fifth point of the game. He gets the three-point play the hard way. So 45-30, 4:50 in the fourth. There's Sweet, spin move, almost loses it, doesn't. Tried to get it to Stickler. He rips it out of the defense. Shot up, no. There's Sweet on the weak side. Got it. First bench points of the game for the Bears. Nice. Tried to get a bounce pass into Stickler, and the Vikings got their hands on it. Stickler ripped it out, couldn't convert, and Sweet on the weak side was able to get the putback. There's Knutson now. Spin move into the lane. Tao. 2 for Logan Tao. His first points of the fourth. He's got 6 now. It is getting a little rougher out there. That was Noah Powick body checking Combs on his way down the floor. His second personal and the team's second. So ball security is everything for the Bears at this point. You don't want to turn the ball over and give Petersburg easy buckets as they're trying to climb back in this thing, which is far from over. There's Stickler in the high post, handoff to Sweet, fumbles the pass, gets it to Farron, back to the basket, quickly out to Combs, and it looks like the Bears might settle things down. Combs will pull out, and timeout, full timeout by Coach Combs. So this is when the coaches need to talk things over. 47-32, 3:54 remain in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a 1-minute break. burns another timeout. They have 2 fulls and 1:30, and the Vikings have 2 full timeouts remaining as we go down the home stretch in this one. Louie emanates from the pep band. They're doing a great job tonight as always. Combs, Farron, and Farron thought Combs was going to get the pass back. Miscommunication by those two. Turnover Bears, and the Vikings will go to work. Davis will come out and meet Tao in the backcourt. Oh, and he tips away the inbounds pass, but he did not respect the space allowed an inbounds player. So good idea by JC. Just couldn't get away with it. Here's Powick now. Combs giving him some space as he brings it in. Double screen set for Knutson. There's Tao who pops out after that. Handoff Johnson, who will back it out. There's Powick now, space down the left side. Shot is up and good. And the foul is going to be on Combs. So kind of bumped him on his way in, but Powick connects and gets another and one attempt, and 4 on Combs is a factor for the Bears with 3:27 left in this one. 1 free throw for Powick. He's got 7 and now 8. 6 points in the quarter for Powick. Here's some pressure on Combs. He backs up and Johnson flies over the back of Combs. There's Isaac Jones, wide open 3-ball right side, too hard. Stickler battled for it, can't gather. And here's Knutson into the front court. And the tone has changed in this gym at the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Here's Powick. Combs on him, he's got to watch it. One more and he will be watching the rest of this one. Johnson now. On top, Stickler came out to meet him. Powick, Knutson on the left side. Farron now checks him. Knutson backs him down, spin move, shot up, he's fouled. Nice post move, Aiden Knutson. That is a big load to deal with as a post defender, and he just backed Farron down and got the call. So that will be number 1 on Farron. 4th team foul for the Bears. So every foul from this point forward will result in Vikings free throws. Shot is up and good for Knutson. Hits the front end. He's got 9. And Candle will check in for Camden Johnson. Farron into the lane early, and they called it. So Knutson will get another shot at this one for his 10th point and to pull the Vikings within 10. Petersburg switching up their lane rebounders. Knutson with another chance. Makes that one. 10-point game now. And like I say, this gym has a new feel. It's turned over trying to get it into Combs. And there is Knutson up. He's fouled on his way up. So he will go to the line for 2. Bears kind of rushed that inbounds pass and threw it away. So that's 2 turnovers in the last minute or so for the Bears, and they need to take care of the rock above all other things. Isaac Jones just picked up his 4th. So 2 players with 4 for the Bears. And 2 free throws coming for Mason Knutson. Hits the first one, he's got 7. And there is a tension breaking out in the Haines gym right now. The fans can feel it, and the Bears are going to talk about things and how they can finish this one out. Knutson hits both ends of that one. He's got 8. And here is J.C. Davis. He's going to bring it across. 2:35 remain in this one. 8-point lead for the Bears. Here's Combs. Powick on him. Over to Farron. They're gonna operate pretty far away from the basket right now. Farron tried the handoff to Combs. Can't get it. A lot of defense in the way of Combs and Farron. But for now, they're in the clear. Combs has the ball left side, pulls it out. Everything operating 35 feet away. Here's Farron now, tries to drive and Coach Combs calls a 30. Good move by him because Haines was doing nothing with the basketball on that possession, and they have to decide if they're going to try to run a lot of clock, take some air out, or just go about their business and try to attack the basket like they have been doing most of this game. So they were kind of caught in between on that possession, thus the timeout. So 2 fulls for Petersburg and 2 fulls remain for the Bears. And a little while ago, those did not look like they would be a factor, but as I said, with these 2 heavyweights, no lead is safe. And that is the case once again on this first night of the 2-game series this weekend. Pivotal in deciding seeding for the Region 5 tourney. They get it into the backcourt, and there is Combs, and he will bring it across. Directing traffic, Haines spread all way wide. 4 out, Stickler on the block, and we are under 2 in this one. And here's Combs, no 5-second count yet. He's got Pollack on him. He got bodied and fouled. Noah Pollack picks up his 3rd. And let's see, that's only the 3rd team foul for Petersburg. So if they want to put Haines on the line, they need to foul 2 more times. Farron looks for Combs, not there. There's J.C. Davis alertly going and grabbing that inbounds pass. Here's Combs now, hands it off to Davis. Looking for Farron, not there. Davis dribbles through traffic, gets it to Combs, over to Farron. Taking air out of this one. 1:30 remains in the 4th. There's Combs now, threw it away. Well, it's a slippery slope when you try to drain a ton of clock. You always have to worry about turnovers, things like that, and that's what happened there. Full timeout. Petersburg, 47-39. Things are tight. Stay tuned like I know you will. We're going to send it back for 1 minute. The never quit Vikings have climbed back into this one after being down 15 for most of the second half, and they will start their possession as Pollack brings it across. 1:20 remain in this one, and there's a foul by Farron, and that's just something the Bears cannot afford, to put the Vikings on the line with a lead. So it will be 2 free throws for Camden Johnson. 1:18 remain in this one. 47-39, nothing ever easy when you're playing the Vikings. First free throw is good. They are 7 out of 7 at the line in this quarter, and excuse me in advance if I just put the jinx on. And the second one is also good, so the Brocs can forgive me for that. 47-41 now. 1:15. Farron's going to bring it across. Johnson on him. Swung over to Combs. He surveys. He is met by Candle. Dribbles in, takes a step, retreats. We are at the 1 minute mark in the 4th. Combs gets into the lane. Retreats. Stolen away by Knutson. Combs gets it back. There's Candle now. Swung over to Farron. 50 seconds now. Playing keep away. There's Combs. He's fouled. That was Johnson, his 3rd. So 4 team fouls for Petersburg right now. And Coach Brock will take his remaining timeout. So none left for the Vikings. 47-41, 49.4 seconds left in this one, and we are going to keep it here. So the Bears went into ball possession, run clock mode, I believe with about 2.5 minutes left. And they have definitely drained some clock, but they've also turned the ball over once or twice, and that is the risk you take when you just decide to take some air out. And I get the strategy. You can second guess anything as much as you want, but I've been in that position lots of times myself. It's a good strategy, and Haines is loaded with good ball handlers in the half court, so we'll see if they can see this one all the way to the end, and the Vikings are never going to back down from a challenge, and that's what's exactly in front of them right now as they come out of the full timeout. Haines does have 2 left, so if they get a player that's stuck and a 5-second count is imminent, something like that, they can always use one and regain the possession. We're under 50 seconds now. Combs gets the inbound. Kendall on him, not close enough. No 5-second count. Now it starts, now it's off. Here's Combs, he drives in, retreats. Farron joins him in the backcourt. Jones wide on the left, Davis wide on the right, and Stickler in the lane. There's Combs, knifes in, backs out. 5-second count in effect now. Combs knifes in, bounce past Stickler. He's underneath, shot up and good. James Stickler, first shot attempt by the Bears in a long while. It's 49-41 now, under 10. So that was a pivotal moment that the Bears executed. 3-ball, Knutson, long rebound, gathered by Combs. 3, 2, 1, final. Haines Glacier Bears 49, Petersburg Vikings 41. What a ball game. We're going to get some scoring for you right quick here. Quick math. Okay, for the visiting Petersburg Vikings, they were led by Aiden Knutson with 10. 8 points each by Noah Powick and Mason Knutson. 6 by Logan Tao. 5 Cameron Johnson, and 2 each Ben Candle and Nolan Lutomsky. For the Glacier Bears, they were led by James Stickler 12, Colton Combs 11. 10 of those were in the third quarter. 11 for Brody Farron, all in the first half. J.C. Davis with 9, also all in the first half. Isaac Jones 4, and Kyron Sweet a big fourth quarter bucket for the Bears with 2. The Bears scored 5 in the fourth quarter. The Petersburg Vikings scored 14 in the fourth quarter, so big comeback mounted by them.